Hello and welcome back to MD Investor channel where we talk about personal finance, setting goals, achieving goals, and breaking the cycle of generational poverty. Your personal finance guide here, Wayne Abraham. Today's video, we're going to talk about should I invest or should I pay off debt? Should I invest or should I pay off debt? I had this idea for this video because I remember on my journey to personal financial freedom, this came up, after you made up in your mind that, I want to go on this path to personal financial freedom. And maybe you set aside a little emergency fund. And then you get to the point like, well, what should I do now? I mean, I do have these debts, but I'm so motivated. I want to start investing and seeing returns and dividends and so on. So definitely, I think we're more motivated, absolutely, to see our account goes up and our dividends and everything. We're less motivated to see the money that we owe goes down. It's not as motivational. But let's think about this. So the simple question is, by investing, will you get a higher rate of return than the interest you're paying on your debt? So simple, what's higher? Is the return I'm getting on my investment higher than the interest I'm paying on the debt, or the debt higher than the rate of return I can expect? That's the question really to ask. So let's use the stock market for an example. We say the annualized average rate of return is about anywhere from 9 to 10% over the last 100 years in the stock market. So let's use that as a standard. If we have credit card debts, 15, 18, 20, 25, 30%, it makes no sense to invest. You see what I mean? Because if the rate of return you're going to get is, say, 10%, and you're paying the credit card company 25, 30%, you're walking backwards. You see what I mean? So let's use the example. You have $10,000 invested, and you get a 10% rate of return. So you're making $1,000, right? You have $10,000 invested, and you get a 10% rate of return, so you're making $1,000. Let's say you have $10,000 that you owe on a credit card, and you're paying 30%. So you owe $10,000 to the credit card, and you're paying 30%, which is $3,000. You made $1,000 in your investments, but you paid $3,000. So you're actually negative $2,000, right? So in that example, absolutely, that person needs to get their credit card paid off. That's why when you read or listen to any financial advocate, they all say the same thing. The high interest credit card have to go. It's essentially taking a loan from the credit card company, but it's a very high interest rate. So I would say if you owe whatever it's credit card or whatever type of personal loan, whatever it is, if it's I'd say above 10%, I'd say you need to pay that off first. Because it's getting to the point where the rate of return you're going to get in the stock market is going to be less than what you're paying. So, you owe 10% and up, I'd say pay that off first, and pay it off fast and pay it off very aggressive. No minimum payment here. If your interest rate on your loan is, say, 4, 5%, right? You're talking about stuff like student loans, 4.5%. You're talking about your mortgage, 3.5%, 4%, something in that range. Again, the rate of return we can get in the stock market is higher than 4.5%. So in that case, invest your money, okay? Because if you're going to get 10% in the stock market, and I'm only paying 4% to the student loan, that positive, there's a difference of 6%, right? 10 minus 4, 6%. That's positive 6%. It makes no sense for me to pay off that loan early and then I don't have that money to invest in the market. See what I mean? Your interest rate is anywhere between those two, 5 to 8%, 5 to 10%. You may do at that point, it's your personal choice, I would say. It's your personal choice. You might say, you know what, if the anxiety I have from having these loans is maybe affecting my health, my sleep, my mental sanity, maybe for you, it'll be better to pay it off. Maybe you want to do a hybrid approach, okay? So maybe you may say, maybe you'll say, you know what, I'll pay a little here to the debt, but I'll invest a little. I'll pay a little here and invest a little. I'll pay a little here and invest a little. And the other person might say, you know what, between 5 and 10%, I want to just invest and see the money grow. So I say between 5 and say 10%, I'd say it's your choice. You can do a hybrid approach. You can do a little of both. Above 10%, I'd say, meaning your debt is your debt, the interest rate of your debt is above 10%. Absolutely, knock it down first. That's why credit card has to go. Okay, the credit card has to go, and you have to get mean. You have to get aggressive. You have to get very, very aggressive. Okay, so just a quick video today, guys, about the choice. It's going to come up. It's very motivating to see your account grow, but you're shooting yourself in the foot if you're investing over here, and then every month rolls by. Okay, you got to pay a couple of $100 here or $1,000 here, and then sometimes they'll give you a comment, interest you have paid over time. And what it does is really just like, man, I'm walking backwards. So MD Investor Guys in the house talking about investing or paying off your debt. I believe this little video will help you in terms of the way to approach investing or paying off debt. If there's anybody out there you think could benefit from this personal financial information we're giving, definitely let them know. Definitely hit the subscribe button, guys. Definitely hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when new content comes out. We're going to try to do 2 videos per week, Tuesday and Friday, so we can all make 2020 a great one. We're going to see you on the next video. And remember to command your money, make it grow.